Chapter 4 Gripping the Ground. No more falling arches. To keep the integrity of your arch, it is a requirement that you have great dexterity in your feet. Gripping the ground and resisting the pull of gravity is important. In Chapter 3, between step point 2 and 3 is when you flex your outside foot to the inside foot. At this point is where you want to grip and squeeze the ground and feel yourself holding your body up. Falling arches are due to flaccid and sloppy foot technique, which allows your feet to flop around. Plantar fasciitis and falling arches can be prevented here. When practiced properly, this gripping and flexing technique can prevent extreme debilitating pain from occurring. With a little foot flexing, many of your foot pains will go away. Our feet and hands have about the same type of muscles. So you've seen people that have missing hands and they've been able to paint and draw with their feet. This should be possible. And a lot of our pain issues is due to our feet being really, really tight. So often we see arch supports and orthotics will create a little arch support for you. This is a good reminder that you have an arch, but this does not really give you a strong plantar muscle dexterity. It will still be flaccid and will still fall down. That's some people will not go on a hike because maybe they don't have their orthotics with them. It's really about flexing your foot. Flexing your foot will give you the maintenance and the integrity for your arches to not fall down. Your arches are falling because you're not flexing this muscle. And you're sinking into your inside arches and then they fall. So earlier we talked about the 3 axes. And the opening and closing of the arch of your foot is one of these. Not doing this is how plantar fasciitis is created. When you are not flexing your plantar, it becomes eventually hard and stiff. When a muscle becomes hard and stiff, it makes it easy to pull, and pulling this muscle is painful. I've done this one myself. This muscle took a long time to undo because once you pull that muscle, it is pretty painful. And it is such a small muscle, it's hard to engage. There's like a fear factor where your body holds it together because it doesn't want to pull that muscle again because it hurts so much. Good homework for this section will be to listen to the sound of your foot as it hits the ground. There shouldn't be any sharp slaps or anything like that. The opening and closing of your foot is the shock absorber to your foot. This is where you get that bounce. This is what will help your joints in your knees and your hips. This bounce will help give you the pliability and strength and integrity for your joints. When things are tight, like your ankles and your feet, your knees are going to get tight, and your hips are going to get tight. And that's what a lot of these problems are of hip replacements and knee replacements is just tight joints. And after a while, they get inflamed because when a muscle is tight and then it gets ripped, it becomes harder, and this is one of the variables of arthritis. A good exercise is to take a tennis ball, put it in your arch, and open and close your foot. This is just like the stretch flex technique, where you engage the muscle, you engage the pain into the tennis ball, and flex the pain, match the flex to the pain, opening and closing. You're using the tennis ball to hold the muscle down, and then you're doing a stretch away from it, so you're pulling the muscle and then shortening it and flexing it. Do that back and forth, and eventually when you're walking you want to do the same thing. You want to open your foot and close it. It's a very important part of the process.